This training video is going to be covering the basics of the fire department intranet page, as well as describing how to log in and manage content that's located on our home screen here. This will be the primary functions that chief officers will be performing and managing the intranet site. Anything beyond that, as far as uploading specialized content or changing any of the option menus, you can either go through myself, Captain Nolte, or Suzanne Post for assistance. So to begin the training, we're going to go over the basic layout of the page. So this is the intranet homepage. This is what you see when you first log on. As you can see on the left-hand side, there's a series of menu options which take you to other content pages relevant to whatever they describe here, like forms, library, reports, training, and so forth. The main page is going to be what the members see when they initially log on. This will be the source for the main daily information, memos, announcements, things of that nature. This is what will be replacing our drill calendar, our daily relief sheet, as well as be the location to host all of the announcements such as the EMS Edge, public outreach, updates, any pertinent memos issued through the department, and things of that nature. Okay. So as you open the page, the first tab you see is the calendar tab. It shows today's date and then the items which are entered on today's date calendar. And then you're able to click on them and it brings you to the specific information regarding that. So today, December 20th, we have our fire rescue protocol training with Chief Clemo at 1:30. At 4:30, we have the state of the city with the city manager and also an officers meeting this morning. To the right is the actual calendar view. It is color-coded to coincide with our shifts. And in order to select a different day than today, you can go ahead and click on any day. So for example, I'll click on December 31st, New Year's Eve, which if there were anything entered, it would show up. I'll click on another day where there is information, December 18th. This is all the day's events that are entered into the calendar. The next tab on the home page is the daily relief. This is fashioned after our current relief sheet, has all the same information, and it has the same look and feel of the daily relief sheet. The next is the apparatus report tab, which contains all the location and status of our reserve apparatus. Next tab is the announcements, which, as you can see here, as of right now, only contains certain items, such as the EMS Edge and the news blast from August. When you click on these are PDF files which have been uploaded in a different location, which we can go over at a different time. It's not very relevant to today's training. Memos. All the memos that are issued will be posted here in PDF format. They can be opened and printed if needed, and then they will be archived on the intranet site. What we're programming it to do is show the last 5 or the most current 5, and then to view all, you would just click view all and it would show you the entire list. And the last tab is the weather tab, which has a 4-day forecast. Okay, to begin working on the intranet, first thing to do is log in. So on the bottom left here, there's a login icon. Select it. Brings you to this box where you would enter your credentials. So all the chief officers have been authorized to use their Outlook email username and passwords to access the intranet. So I'll log in. Every time you change your password within the city, it's the same one, so it will always work. Okay, so now we're in. So to know you're in, what you'll see is there's a couple icons on the bottom here. You'll see the work area icon and preview, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So now on the home page, we'll just focus on that. We will start with how to add information to the relief sheet. When you're logged in, you'll see this little dot icon on the different areas. Putting the mouse over here gives you this menu, and that enables you to select a task, which will go into the edit function, and that will open up that page that you're on so you can add or delete. So this is the background page of what it looks like. It's fashioned after a Word document, so you can click your mouse and it will bring up an icon so you can start typing. The font and everything is already programmed in there, so you won't be able to change it. All you can do is change the size of it and the bold, italicized, or underline. So to enter something, we'll go to the bottom here as a test. And in order to keep the different items separate, we use a horizontal rule line, which you can see here between each item. There's an icon at the top of the screen. Click on that, and it automatically puts in that horizontal rule with your cursor below it. So we just begin to type. I'll put in test message. Type whatever content you want. If you want to make it bold, highlight it. Just like Word, click on bold, click on italicized. You can underline it. If you want to make it larger font, which normally we wouldn't have to, but just go to this, it gives you the different headings. And these are all pre-programmed into the Intranet program. So we'll do test message, type in any information you want, and whenever you're done, you'll want to publish it. And that's this top left icon. It's got a picture of a document with an arrow, green arrow pointing to the right. Make sure you always press this icon when you're done. If you don't, it will leave the page open and no one else will be able to log in and edit it. So by hitting that icon, it publishes the content. So now we'll go to our daily relief tab, and you can see on the bottom the word test message, what we just entered, is on there. So on a day-to-day basis, you can just log in, go into the edit mode, either delete information or add it as you see fit. To do the apparatus reports, the same thing. You click on that, see the dot in the top left hand, go to edit, takes you to the work area page, and we can add whatever information we want. Change make it bold, italicize, underline, whatever we need. As soon as we're done entering the information, top left, go to publish. And as you can see, it's in there. So daily relief and apparatus report are the two areas where we'd be most commonly entering and deleting information. The announcements page has a different setup for it, as well as memos. So we won't go over that today. The last one I'll go over is the calendar, how to enter items in the calendar. It's a little bit different system to enter information here. What you would do is go to your work area, which is the background area behind the site. It's this icon right here. You click on that, it takes you to this page. Up on the top right, there's different areas that we can go to. The one and only area that we'll be going to is the content area. So we'll click on content, and these are all the folders that work in the background on the intranet page. You shouldn't really be concerned with any of these. What we're looking for is department calendar. You'll see it here. Click on it. That will take you to the calendar work area. And what you're looking at right now is just a running list of all items that are currently entered into the calendar. To add an event, we'll go to New, just hover over it, and then the Add Calendar event will pop up below it. We'll place our cursor, our mouse over that. We'll click it, Now it gets us to this area where we can add any information we want, any appointment, training session that's going on for the day. So we'll need a title, and the title is what appears on that home page. So for example, if we're going to enter training at the tower, we'll do, say, test training, and also we're recommending to place the companies that are going to be assigned for that particular training session. Since it's what is viewed on the home page, it can be easily referenced by anyone who's looking up who has to go. So we'll say engine 1, engine 2, and engine 3. Location, drill tower, and then description is any comments on specifically what the item is. So type in some content there. Okay, on the bottom is where you select the date and the time. The date automatically goes to today's date, so if you want to change it, you click on the calendar to the right of the date and you select any date. So we'll stay with today. The time, click on the clock on the right, and then we can enter any time. So we'll say 9 a.m. is the start time. Today's date will be the end time, and we'll change the end time to 11 a.m. So before you hit set, just make sure to verify that the time is correct on the top. Just write AM or PM and hit set. Once all the information is in there, hit save. And it will save it to the calendar. And to get back to the main intranet page to verify that the information is entered correctly, we can just minimize this screen. We can go on, we'll refresh this page so it will populate. And then now we can see it. So as you can see under today, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. test training for engine 1, 2, and 3. If you were to click on it, it brings you to this page where it has all the specifics. So that's the reason why we recommend entering the units that are going on that main line there, because it's what's visible on the home page. So that is it as far as managing this homepage content for calendar, daily relief, and apparatus report. Any questions, feel free to contact myself or Suzanne Post for additional information.